This is a video that I'm going to do tonight that I hesitated on doing for a while now because I don't want to expose anybody. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But this is too good of a topic not to do. It's more real life shit, and that's basically all I ever do on this channel is topics on real life shit. It's the best stuff to do. It's the best stuff to talk about. And we all know that there ain't nothing better than talking about real life shit. All in all. And before I get started into this video, I just want to say don't worry about how my face looks in this video and probably for the next couple of videos, because last night I was cooking a steak. I chucked the thing in the frying pan when it was hot. It was greasy. It was greasy because I soaked it in avocado oil. When I threw the steak in, a bunch of grease flew up, hit me in the face, caught me between the eyes right here. I don't know if you can see a mark or not, but I got it good between the eyes and the tip of the nose. You might not be able to see it from the camera in this video, but it's very noticeable in person. But anyways, let's get into this topic. This is just something that I want you guys to know, because you guys will probably relate. I never realized actually how toxic my upbringing was and how harmful it was to me in my future until I left, until I got free, until I became independent and put myself and got myself in a position where I was able to be independent, right? It allowed me to see more clearly, think more clearly, have time to myself, have time to reflect, have all the time in the world to learn, to see how the world actually works from the views of other people besides the people you grew up with, who told you this, who told you that, who told you to do it this way, who told you to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I always knew shit was off. The older I got, the smarter I got. And I knew for a while things were off, but you never actually realize. That's what I'm saying. Because I always knew it was off, but I didn't realize how toxic it actually was. It was very toxic, my upbringing. Very, 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 very toxic. Very, very, very harmful for myself and my future. Very. It's something that I got myself out of. It is something that I am past now, and I have all the time in the world to learn and discover new things and to take on new challenges and do new things in life and leave all that behind. And this is some encouraging stuff for you guys, because you guys can do the exact same thing. If you live with people who want to control you, who want to control your thoughts, it pretty much makes you stagnant as a person. It does not allow you to grow. It does not allow you to get better. It keeps you stuck. There are people with good jobs who are stuck and have a stuck mentality and do not have a growth mentality because they got their job and they are content with where they are at. That's why they have a settled mindset. And you know what? That's alright. If you think you have life figured out, if you have that job, a good paying job, and you want to have a settled mindset, go for it. But you can't hold other people back because they want to grow, they want to evolve, they want to go and see new things, get to new places, make more money some way, somehow, start their business, go different places, right? You can't be toxic just because you want to settle and other people don't want to settle. This is where it was clashing heads with me, because the people I'm with have a settled mindset. They don't want to learn things that actually matter, things that are going to actually make you evolve as a person so you can get more out of life. If you want to settle in life, you need to find somebody else that wants to settle in life. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people do want to settle, honestly. There's not that many hungry wolves out there in the world. There are some. There are still lots of wolves out there, but there's more people that would rather settle, you know? All I'm saying is, if that's you, find somebody else that wants to settle and leave the hungry wolf alone. Let this person go off and do whatever they want to do to get themselves to where they need to be. It's plain and simple. There's nothing more frustrating than being a wolf that is trapped in a cage. And this wolf knows there is so much more out there, but he almost can't move. You can't just, in a flick of a finger, change your entire life around and just leave somewhere. You need some sort of a foundation behind you and underneath you before you go out there and get it on your own. You can't, unless, like, you know, you want to be homeless and literally live on the street. That's why I'm saying you need something before you get up and go and do shit on your own. It's what I had to do. I had to get my shit together pretty good, where I was in a position where I could do that, and I did it. I worked my ass off. I grinded for years. While they think nothing's happening, I'm grinding like a madman. Even though they think nothing's happening, I'm building. You know? It's what you gotta do. Because there are people that want to trap you and sabotage your life. They want to keep you stuck because they are stuck, and they want to selfishly have you for their own attention. And it's even more toxic than this. This is just one thing. There's more to it than just this. Complete manipulation. All to be selfish because they want you for their own selfish and self-centered gains. Of course they want you around. They're not doing fuck all with their life. Right? And they don't want to see you go out and get more than what they got. They don't want to see you be happy without them, because they know how miserable they're going to be when it's just them. Sitting at home. Okay, ain't got nowhere to go. Ain't got nothing to accomplish. The last thing they want you to do is get up and go and accomplish a lot more than they accomplish, and live a happier and better life without them. It's the last thing. Right? It's shit like this, guys. And people can say it all they want. People can pretend that it's not like this. Your own family can pretend to your face and make it seem like it's not like this. People use words to disguise words that are really trying to come out, but they use words that aren't the real words, if you know what I'm saying. They will say things because it's the right thing to say, but it's not what they really mean. They mean something completely different, actually, but they're not going to say that because they know it's wrong, and they know that you know it's wrong. But that's what they really mean, and that's what they really think. And it's just funny to me because I knew it the whole time. If you guys go through shit, or went through shit like this, You guys probably know it the whole time. Energy doesn't lie, you know? We can sense this shit. And if you're any bit smart, you'll be able to sense this bullshit. And they'll never admit it to the day. They'll never admit it. It's a hard thing to go through because not everybody grows up in tough situations. Not only is life hard to begin with, not only is life hard to begin with, you have a burden hanging off of you. You have people trying to trap you down. You have people using manipulation to mess you up, to mess up your whole life, your whole future, the life you could have had. And these people are literally doing everything in their power so you fail. And they're never going to say it like that, but that's what it is. It's what it is. You tell them this, they only get mad and offended. How dare you say this? Things like this, right? It's hilarious. But it's what it is. Clearly, this is what you are doing. The effect of what you are doing. What you are doing is you're making this effect. This is the effect you have on me for what you are doing. And on you guys. For whoever is doing what they are doing to you guys. That's what you look at. You look at the outcomes. Everything else is irrelevant. This is some deep shit right here. And this is exactly what's happening. But they don't want to see it like that. They don't want to admit to it. If this is making sense to you guys, I hope it is. It's just crazy because some people grow up in the exact opposite situation. Their parents will do everything in their power. When they grow up, they will do everything in their power to see this person succeed. They grow up correctly. They grow up being told the right things and not being forced into anything. They probably have advice that you should do this or should do that, but you don't have to. You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to make your own decisions. It's okay to fail. If you fail at something, get up again and try. Because you're never going to pick something one time and your life is set. It does not happen. It does not happen like this. It just doesn't. I've tried many things in my life. I've been down many roads. Not every road was the road I was supposed to be on. Even though I've had success down every single road I ever went down, not every road was supposed to finish, if that makes sense. You don't have to drive all the way down one road when there's hundreds of roads to go down. And even if you're going down one road and things seem all great and good, there could be even better down a different road. And how will you know if you never ever try? If you never ever drive down that road just a little bit, you'll never know. You can't play it safe in this life. If you want the life you're really supposed to live, you're never supposed to play it safe. Bad advice from parents is play it safe. As soon as you're done with high school, I want you to rush right into school again to get a job. It's what most people do. But guess what? If that's not what you want to do, you shouldn't be forced to have to do that. And most people don't actually know deep in their heart what they want to do after school anyways. You're still a kid, 17, 18 years old, just getting out of high school. And you're forced to choose a career? Are you fucking kidding me? And it is funny because it's what most people do. Most people go into school. They probably end up passing. They get their job. Then they realize, oh shit. I really don't know shit about the world. The only thing I really know is what I just took in school. I don't know anything else besides this. I have one stream of income from this job, but you know what, it's alright. But I don't know anything else. And all I can do is make money here, and I don't know anything else. It's just a bad mindset to have. Because what if that job comes crashing down? Now you have nothing and you're probably in debt. Right? Now you're probably in debt from the course you just took. And you might not even have a job. It's not even guaranteed. That's why you shouldn't depend on just school. You should expand your mind and learn a lot more, and quite possibly even travel to places without spending too much money, because you don't want to be in that much debt. And work here and there, of course. We all do it. I think it's just bad advice the way people tell people to go on about their life. And I got a little off topic, but this just relates to everything. There was expectations put on me. There was expectations put on everybody. And I know people that are failing miserably right now in their life. They're not healthy. They might have a job, but they're not healthy. They're in debt. And all these other things, right? I have zero debt. I'm healthy as fuck. I'm fit as fuck. I have money in the bank. I'm independent. I got my own place. I got my own vehicle. I got my own everything. Who's winning? You know what I'm saying? That's why I just don't see it that way. You shouldn't be rushed to do anything. Even if you do go to school, which it's not a bad idea. To go to school after high school to get a job, a good paying job. It's not a bad idea, but does it end right here? No, it's just the beginning. You should take this job to make your money, and you should still be learning in the process about the world and other things, and business, maybe real estate, maybe this or maybe that. There's too many things to name. But you should think about other things just besides this job, unless you truly love this and you don't care about anything else because you love it this much. You feel fulfilled from this job. It pays good. Then it's fine. It's just not the case for most people. In my case, it wasn't the right advice. That's why I'm just saying, nobody should be forced into anything. You have to follow your heart. You have to follow your intuition. You have to take risks. You have to be bold. You have to be. I was bold as fuck my whole life. And I am one of those guys that just thinks he can do anything, because why not? Everybody should be like that. You should have confidence. I feel confident in everything that I do. And I don't ever want to be trapped. I don't ever want to be like that. I don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want all these problems that people have. In debt. You hate your job. You're not healthy. All these problems, stress. Now you start getting into some bad shit because all these things are piling up onto you. Now you're down a road you don't want to be down. You know? If I'd have listened to everybody else in my life, that's where I would be. I don't want to be there. That was never my plan. Right? Just follow your own intuition. Don't let anybody else make decisions for you. No matter if it wasn't the right decision you made or not. You're one step closer to making the right decision. And that's all it is. That's all it is. You didn't fail at shit. Nothing I've ever done. I never failed at shit. If anything, certain situations that I've been in my life failed me. I needed things to be a certain way in certain situations that I was in, and it wasn't this way, but it had to be this way in order for it to have success, and it wasn't this way. I couldn't control the situation, so I had to move on from certain situations. These are just things that happened to me. Real life shit that has happened. And everything happens for a reason. That's why you just gotta follow your own gut. You gotta follow your own intuition, your own instincts, and move forward and push forward like a savage. And you're gonna have hard times too. Shit's gonna hurt. When shit don't go your way, it hurts, especially when you put so much work into something and make forward progress and it don't work the way you want it to. Now you gotta take a bunch of steps back. It hurts. You gotta keep pushing forward. This life ain't for everybody. The shit that I'm explaining right now is not for everybody. Like I said, don't ever get me wrong. You can live that ordinary life, that average type of life that people live, the comfort life. The quick to comfort life is what I call it. You get into school as fast as possible. You get that job as fast as possible. You make money as fast as possible to find comfort as fast as possible. It's more of I need to be comfortable as fast as possible mindset. I was about to call it a fear mindset. It's just that's how I view it. That's just how I view it. Because there's too much out there in the world to get. Not everybody else thinks like this. Not everybody has this type of a mindset. This is just the way I think. And I'm giving you guys my perspective on this. I still don't think there's anything wrong with living that way. By just getting a job and just settling fast. You can do that if you want to do that. But it's just not for me. And nobody should be forced into do anything they don't want to do. Especially if it's going to be a burden. Because we are all built differently as human beings. We are nothing alike. People say we're all equal as human beings. It's true to some extent, but it's very not true to another extent, because we are all different shapes and sizes, different colors, different everything, and we all think so differently. We all have different talents and abilities. And an animal is a human is a human. An animal is an animal. But a bear is totally different than a lion. Or a bear is totally different than a shark, but they're both animals. I'm a human, you guys are human, but we're probably very different. We can have some things in common. A bear and a lion, they have some things in common, but they're still different. Right? And it's always good to hear somebody else's perspective on things, because it can open your mind to other things. You could have heard something in this video that really clicked, that changed your mind and your outlook on your own life. You could have heard something in this video that may have offended you, but it shouldn't have. Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with living the way you think life should be lived. It's for you. If I was doing anything less than I'm doing, it would bother the hell out of me. I couldn't live with myself. That's my mindset. There's certain animals that hunt. If they didn't do what they did, they wouldn't be able to live with themselves, because they have to do that to live. You know what I'm saying? We all have to do different things. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do, no matter how hard it is. If you don't have any support, you really have to bust your ass. Because we are not all, given the best shit in the early comings. And we have to really learn and really get our shit together as fast as possible. It's the most important thing. And I'm going to end this video right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this perspective. I'll be back with another video tomorrow on another fresh, good topic. I'm out.